select drive or race.
So we're on the Iron Sportster 1200, taking a test ride now. They neutraled me out already, thank you. I already know what 1200 Sportsters are about. Definitely feels decent. You know, nothing too spectacular. I'm trying to bump neutral here, which I can't seem to manage. The seating position feels a lot better. First gear feels pretty smooth. Pretty smooth indeed. These are Harleys, so naturally they're gonna be smooth, you would hope. So this kind gentleman here in front of us got the idea that we are sport bike riders, so he is realizing that we like to jig and not just hang out at all. So far, that mini windscreen on the Sportster is really doing its job. You know, it's performing at best. And at 50, the only Sportster I've ever ridden was a 98 with some pretty decent miles on it. And this bike is feeling pretty smooth indeed. Very smooth, actually. Obviously, there's no wind coverage. Obviously, there ain't really no power, you know what I mean? You'll get to 60 and you'll get to the speed limit. We're gonna see what the agility is like on this thing once we get here on these farther out back roads. And other than that, it's a brand new Harley, brand new 1200 Sportster. Riding very nicely. One hand on the bars, a little uncomfortable, little sketcho nation. But up top, power is actually there. It's got a nice, decent 70, 80. Cruising at 80 very nicely. Little highway stuff. Now, getting over 80, you might be finding yourself a little different. But, woo, that wind is kicking, boy. That wind is kicking. You obviously got no wind clearance. I mean, over 80, you're going to be taking a thrashing on this bike, especially as a newer rider, or maybe somebody who hasn't spent as much time. You're going to take a thrashing on this motorcycle. Just as I am taking a beating with this wind. Woo! 75 miles an hour. The RPMs aren't too high, so that's pretty nice. The motor's not making a ton of noise. Hit this turn signal and get over. And try and get a decent little highway pull in here. Definitely. Rear brakes a little squishy on this bike indeed. A bit squishy. Definitely rear brake is one of my major gripes. Very loose like. Let's get a pull in. Yeah, this thing got enough power to get around, but it's once you get over that 70-80 mark with no windscreen. I mean, you got some coverage down here, but you don't want to be slouched over. You're gonna sit on the bike upright. Like I said, power delivery. It's all about the way you deliver the power. If in fifth gear at 70, I can get up to 80 pretty good without downshifting, well, we're talking good. But for a 1200, not a sport bike, more of a cruiser, you know, you want to be in those ranges where you can get out of the way. But the wind clearance is just brutal on this thing. It's brutal. You have none. This is just you and the road. My helmet's eating bugs like there's no tomorrow. Oh, Select Rider Race. We're on these brand new Harley Davidsons. We're having a great day. Roundhouse Harley Davidson is kind enough to host this demo event and give us some motorcycles to test ride and bring for your entertainment here today. Their Facebook and see if they don't have a machine that you're looking for. But overall, this is what you expect from a Harley Sportster 1200. My main gripe is the brake. The rear brake is super soft with... Let's see here if we can figure out how to cycle this stuff here. There's a clock. Gear RPM. 772 miles on this brand new machine. So it has been somewhat broken in to some extent. It's a 6-gear pin right there. Transmission is a bit clunky though when you're changing gears. The 5th gear full wide open, getting to 80. The 4th gear. Otherwise, these are comfort bikes. If you hit that wide, on the Sportster at least you can dip her down. At least on the Sportster you can dip her down a little bit. Yes sir. Yes sir. Dip her over a little something. Probably gonna get a very decent 1st gear pull here soon. Cruising at Harley speed. This is real Harley life right here, baby. Yeah, brother. What's up, brother? Right on. 25 mile an hour. Definitely added some ergos to these new bikes. A little extra clearance around the edges. Especially with these skinny mini tires. Don't feel that great. We don't want to push that hard. A good cruise going. Like I said here, if you're not really a highway person nor a high-speed person, and you want to travel the back roads and save some gas mileage, there goes a hit. Nice little one. Like I said, give you a speed, show you some acceleration, a little bit of room of how this thing can really move. Definitely got plenty of power. Just about every motorcycle has plenty of power. Taking a lot of vibration up here in the hands. Arms and hands in the bars definitely got some good vibration there, as well as in the foot pegs. It's a beautiful demo day that they have put together here, not just the route. The motor does sound a bit strange though. Probably just how Harley sound. Oh man, this thing doesn't take bumps good. This thing doesn't take bumps worth a lick. I'm actually afraid of bumps on this thing. Oh my goodness. You come down a back road cooking it on this thing, this is gonna make you shrivel up. You might want to go home. Oh man. The bumps on this thing are treacherous. Oh, they're treacherous. Whoa. Oh, they're vicious. Oh, so when it comes to suspension, this suspension is not set up to be taking any kind of a hit realistically. At all. I mean, wow. It definitely has a nice, like I said, very nice. It is. It's everything you can expect from a Sportster 1200, but it's gotten better. It's been refined to an extent. Anything over 80 on this machine, though, is going to be pretty aggressive wind for you. What is there to say? This is a brand new Harley Sportster 1200. Other than the suspension and the rear brakes, which are fixable, changeable, this bike is everything you'd expect it to be, gear for gear. Fix that suspension, fix that rear brake, and you have a nice machine to cruise around on, do what you want to do. Otherwise, the build quality on the bike is nice. The way it's set up, everything, colors, the white, this isn't really my favorite, but it is a good looking style. Overall, I'm definitely impressed with the machine. Harley has definitely upgraded their 1200 Sportster. So much wind. Yeah, I don't love the downshifts. This bike needs some tranny work when it comes to downshifts. Maybe I'm just trying to like shift down quick or something, but even then it's a little clunky for just trying to boost it into gear. And the other one I rode was very smooth with that. Up and down, the shifts were just... I couldn't find neutral leaving the dealership before to save my life. Alright.
Ready to move up or something?
What do you mean?
Tell me you want to ride the Road Glide CVO next time.
Okay.
Road Glide CVO. Heavier than what you're used to, but you'll be fine.
Well, we're probably going to try a Road Glide next, as much as that wasn't exactly the plan. I don't really care. I'm really interested in riding something different, you know, trying something different. Otherwise, we're going to see what's available. Once again, we're going to thank Harley Davidson Roundhouse for putting on this event. Super cool event. Lots of local parking, demo day for us here today. About an hour and a half, 2 hours outside of Pittsburgh. And you know, it was we're having a blast here. And we're gonna try and ride some other machines and bring these features to you guys so you can check them out, see what they can do, see you know, see what you might be getting into if you're looking for yourself for a brand new Harley. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. As usual, this is Corey with Select Rider Race, and this is a 2021 Sportster 1200, and it doesn't shut off when you put the kickstand down. That's craziness. That's craziness to think about.